In the first episode of Podcast Golf, I was standing on the beach in the middle of a Kona storm, wondering if this whole golf channel idea was going to blow away before it even started.
With that, I was ready to go, head out into the world, ready for bad weather, great stories, and probably some more bad decisions along the way.
In the second episode, I found golf on a cruise ship, which sounds impossible, until you realize that cruise ships have a way of turning almost anything into an activity. And now, in the third installment, we're officially on our way to our first real golf destination, Tahiti. But before we get to the golf, we have to survive life on the ship. And life on a cruise ship, I've discovered, is not exactly quiet. There was Billy Joel music, because apparently nothing says crossing the South Pacific like singing along to Piano Man somewhere between Hawaii and French Polynesia.
He said, Jimmy, I believe this is killing me. A smile ran away from his face. I'm sure I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place.
There was ballroom dancing lessons, where I attempted to move gracefully across the floor without injuring myself, stepping on toes, or any innocent passerby. Then there was dancing by the pool, including the Macarena, because some songs just never die. They just wait patiently for a cruise director with a microphone. And speaking of the pool, there was pool drama. The ship would hit these rolling waves and the swimming pool would turn into a miniature inland sea. The water would rush from one side to the other, back and forth, like the Pacific Ocean had decided to jump on board. People were trying to swim, but the pool had other ideas. Then came one of the more unusual dining experiences, Petit Chef. This is where a tiny animated chef is projected right onto your plate. He runs around, cooks a meal, gets into trouble, and then, right on cue, the real waiter shows up with the actual food. It's dinner, theater, animation, and mild confusion all at the same time. And honestly, it was pretty amazing. There was also an incredible art exhibit presented by Park West. They had daily talks. They featured works by Thomas Kincaid, Peter Max, Picasso, Dali, and if you like olives, Michael Godard. I actually learned quite a bit. They explained the artists, the styles, the history, and of course they gave you the opportunity to buy the artwork and have it shipped right to your home. That was my problem. At this point, I had a suitcase, a set of golf clubs, and a cabin on a boat. I didn't exactly have a home address, unless you count somewhere in the South Pacific, Deck 7. So I had to pass. Then, of course, there was a buffet. The buffet is where every diet plan goes to die. I tried everything once. Actually, that's not true. I tried some things twice. Then there was the main dining room, where we sat with the same group of people each night. One of the women sitting at our table was from Canada, and she introduced herself as Brandy, and she told us that the song Brandy was written about her. This is one of the great things about cruise ships. You meet people from everywhere and everybody has a story. Some stories are touching, some stories are funny, and some stories make you quietly think, I need to Google that later. But all of this, the music, the dancing, the pool waves, the tiny chef, the art auction, the endless food, and the dinner table stories, was really just a prelude, because we were sailing across the South Pacific toward our first stop, Tahiti, and hopefully, somewhere on that island, there would be golf. This is Podcast Golf. The clubs are packed, the ship is moving, and Tahiti is getting closer.